Experiment 1 says that it's possible to pull people off the map using the grapple. So if we're on a map like construction, we get over here and then I jump, pull, and then I pull myself back in, and that one actually worked.
Coop flare doesn't work when they're in the smoke grenade, it will dissolve. Molotovs and flares get extinguished when shot or through at a smoke grenade. A thermite extinguished both flares when smoke grenade, it will dissolve. Flame thing doesn't work when inside smoke gang.
Fine, I get it. I'll learn rivals. So I've gathered over 30 experiments to test in this game to learn more, to make sure that I don't get caught lacking ever again. Experiment number 2 is that flares can be completely blocked by smoke grenades. Let's finally test this out. So if my account throws the smoke grenade right there, if I fire a flare gun into this, oh my god, it all makes sense now. No wonder in that last RNG video you guys were saying I was doing stupid stuff. I'm actually an AI. Experiment number 3. Does the same thing work with Molotovs? Now, because it worked with the flare gun, I assume that the Molotov also, like, won't work. So, smoke grenade out. If I throw this... Wait. Is the fire burning? I mean, I can't see a thing. Hold on. I'm blind. If this AI over here actually throws another smoke grenade, we can properly test this. Okay. And then we throw this on the floor right here. You hear the burning for a second. I think it's going out, though. So I believe that this experiment is true. There's one final way we can test this is if we throw the Molotov and then have my main account walk into the smoke. And it's taking no damage. So that experiment is true. The smoke grenade blocks all kind of fire. And the next myth says that this spray can shoot through Riot shields. There's no way. It's a random secondary. Ow. Why did I just get shot? Okay. Huh? Whoa. Oh, wait. Let me jump. Hold on. So I'm perfectly shooting the Riot shield. No way. That one's actually true. Whoever told me to test that has some elite ball knowledge. The next one says that you can use the grapple and a knife and then turn around after grappling them to pull them into a backstab. So if we head over here, we grapple, turn, knife. Oh! Why was he auto shooting? Okay, wait. Let's do this from a little bit further away. Grapple, backstab. Oh, that kind of almost worked. Let's try again. So we grapple, instantly turn around. I think I need to walk backwards too to try and get the crit. This seems kind of hard. Is it because this account has the Riot shield on? Hold on. Let me change this loadout to not have the Riot shield and we'll test if this backshot method actually works. So I've taken off the Riot shield. We pull, spin around. Okay, hold on. This is looking promising. Considering the knife was only doing 40 damage, which seems abnormal. Oh, you got to be quick with it. Hold on. So we pull, we spin, we stab. What if I, like, move my character around like this? Oh, it works, but you gotta, like, maybe, like, jump to actually hit it. The next experiment says that it's possible to warp stone into this ramp on Arena if we line it up perfectly. Yeah, so that just didn't work, okay? Apparently we gotta get, like, in this gray cross area here, which I guess, like, I thought I did, but apparently not. So we go like this, and then boom. So I'm doing it right. Like, you need to be basically inside the wall like this. I'll aim it about here. We throw the warp stone. And we're not in. So I think they've maybe patched this experiment out. You guys can let me know if that one's actually possible. I'll just clip that bot real quick. Next experiment. The next experiment says that it's possible to use the katana to reflect rockets. And I'ma be real, I don't think that's happening. So to make sure we have the highest chance, we're gonna do this from one side to the other. Well, I'm gonna go in the middle here, like this. Ow. I forgot. Okay, so I forgot the mobile auto shoots for you. So let me aim that up again real quick. If I jump into the firing line, I should be able to... Okay, that timing was kind of perfect, and I couldn't block it. So we'll move back in and block. I didn't even get chance to block that. Hello? We'll try one more time. Yep, that is not possible to block. Like, at all. Now, for the next experiment, we're going to see if it's possible to use the katana to reflect flamethrower damage. So if I walk around this corner, he's immediately going to start blasting. So I'll reflect. Ah, I didn't take damage, which is weird. Try again. Yep, you can't reflect. Oh my god. possible to reflect. Experiment number 9 says it's possible to use a smoke grenade to put yourself out when you're already on fire. So, I mean, if this is true, this is elite ball knowledge. So let's see. We walk in. Get burnt a little bit. Can you burn me? Ow. Throw a smoke, and the fire goes out. That one's actually true. What I'm learning is smoke grenades are kind of elite. The people be sleeping on the smoke grenades. The next experiment says that it's possible to use the spear to break through trowel walls. So if we grab the spear, and my other account uses a trowel, here we go. There's a strange looking wall right here. It's possible to shoot this spear through that thing and deal damage. So no. Try again. Yep. Can I go through the tiny gaps in the wall though? Oh, you can. So you can throw it through the tiny gaps, but you can't throw it through the wall itself. That is a good experiment. What the helly? The next experiment says it's possible to super jump with the trowel. I feel like I've seen people doing this. I'm not sure how. So if I do this and then you left click, do you see it like turns these blocks into like, yeah, into like frozen stone versions? I believe the way that we super jump is we build a wall and then we jump into it with a left click. Not quite. So apparently the better way that you do this is you climb up the wall, go to this one here, left click, and then... Well, I didn't get flung. Hold on. Maybe it was this step instead. Okay, it sent me pretty far. It didn't super jump at me, though. Okay, well, let's try this one more time. We go here, and instead, we'll hold W in space. Nothing happened. I feel like I'm not giving this experiment enough of, like, a proper try, so I'm gonna give it one more go. So here we go. We're gonna try this one more time. And we're doing it on a pretty open map this time instead. So we got the green screen, editor, edit in like a silly, goofy picture. And then we do this, and then... it doesn't seem to work anymore. How do I, like, launch myself, though? This is very, very, very difficult. Oh, I did it! It actually does work. Oh, that would have been cinema if I hit that. I wasn't ready, though. Let's try it again. How did I do that? Oh, I did it again. And I hit the clip on myself that wasn't moving. Anyway, the next experiment says that it's possible to grapple to grenades. I don't believe that for a second. So I've lined up the grenade with my account here. So if it throws it, where does it go? Are we serious? Why'd it go there? Or was that because I right-clicked? I need to be ready to react. And... okay, that's going to be so hard to hit. What in the aim training is this? I mean, if anyone's pulling this off in-game, like, yeah, GG, go next. 9 seconds. I'm going for it. Yeah, there's no singular chance. How am I meant to hit that? There's no way, by the way. I got it this time. I got it this time. I'm doing it from a side angle, too, which is, like, even more difficult. What if I did it from, like, here? Okay. Wait, I have the angle now. I understand it now. Here goes. That was perfect. That was perfect. Yeah, that's not possible. You can't do it. The grapple touched the grenade. So that one doesn't work. The next experiment says that the paintball gun has a right click. I thought its right click was scoping in. So hold on. What the? That's gotta be new, right? Oh my god, I can't see! Wait, that's the right click? That's interesting, actually. So that one's actually true. So that experiment actually worked. The next experiment says that it's possible to pull trip mines to you with the grappler. So if I head over to me, and then he places a trip mine right there, and I pull it... okay, yep, nope, you just go straight into the trip mine, and then you die. Not ideal. This next experiment has... it's got to be lying to me, right? It says, using the distortion, you can shoot bullets through the warper. I guess because they're like, I don't know, like weird, similar energy weapons or something like that. If I place one here. Hello? Okay. What? You can't use it on like any walls here. Okay, there we go. And then I go like this. Maybe we change wall. Put them there, and then I go like this. Yep, this does not work at all. This experiment is completely false. The next experiment says that the knife left click one-shot headshots. So if I go like this... yeah, I definitely like jumped there too, so... that one is also false. This next experiment says that the shotgun can hit through the katana if you aim at the feet while they deflect. I don't believe it. So we aim at the toes. The katana comes out and then he blocks. Maybe I wasn't aiming at enough toe. Try again. Yep, this ain't working. What if it's from the side? That works. So it's only if you're facing the katana. But yeah, what if I'll just try like a spread shot. Yep, that ain't working. So this one is completely false. The next experiment says that the Riot shield can block spear damage. And apparently it also just gets stuck on the front of the shield. So if I bring my account forwards and then What? It went through? What? What? It makes you completely immune to the spear. And like, look, the Riot shield is definitely Riot shielding right now. Because nothing is working. Apart from that one. This next experiment says that the flashbang does not work behind a Riot shield. Sounds like fake news. But whether it actually is, let's find out. So if I stand in front like this, and then we throw a flash. Nope. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? There's a pane of glass. Obviously, I'm gonna get blinded by a flashbang if I look at it. Because I can see through it. So that one's false. This next experiment says that the warp stone can be parried by the katana. I mean, I don't know about this one, but I guess we'll see. Funny thing is like every experiment we're doing, I can feel my brain expanding. I'm understanding a lot. If I'm ready like this, and then he throws, and then I block. I mean, I definitely parried it, but like, it's not like you damaged them or anything, so I guess this one's kind of like false. Moving on. This next one says that battle-axing through a warper portal gives you insane movement. So if I put one there, and then maybe the next one is like over there. If I battle-axe ability through this, which is like the dash forwards, I should go flying. Nothing happened. Maybe the grapple? Nope, you just get all your momentum cut. So that one is also false. This next experiment says it's possible to use the chainsaw to hit through the Riot shield. Can't help but notice I'm going to be the Albert Einstein of Riot shields after this video. Like, you guys gave me too many experiments for the Riot shield, but I guess it's going to be good ball knowledge in case I ever get stuck in a situation where, like, you know, I'm trapped against a Riot shield user. So we stand here and I swing. Ow. Okay, you can't hit with a left click. What about right click? Oh, I feel like it did hit for a second there. What if I look up? Oh. Okay, yeah, I think you get a second to hit when they left click, but apart from that, like, you can't do damage. So that one is false. You can't hit through the Riot shield. For the next experiment, it says permafrost and the freeze ray can stack their freezes. I don't believe that for a second. Okay, there's my account. So we'll do a boom, boom. That just looked like the same amount of time. Now, the question is, was that freeze related to their stun time? So if I double freeze, do I get 2 free hits? So this one could still work. We can't count our chickens just yet. All right, so if we do... How am I going to hit? Okay, we'll use the scythe. So we go boom, boom. Man! I ruined it. We got to reset. How was I too close there? Here we go. Next attempt. So we freeze, then we permafrost. And then I should get 2 hits. Nope, the freezers do not stack. And that's good, because that would be so OP. This next experiment says that satchels can be blown up by the spear. Now, I'm assuming this means enemy satchels, but we'll try both. So if I throw a satchel here, and then I spear it... Oh my god. So that works. What about enemy satchels? Satchel on the floor, and then I spear it. Oh my, that actually works. That experiment is true. So although spears work, this next experiment involves the flamethrower because apparently that also blows them up. This would be some silly, crazy ball knowledge if this actually works. So we come over here and then we flame it. Oh my god. What about right click? No, that doesn't work. What about the warper? No, that does not work. Mole right click? That does work. And then finally, the grapple. The grapple doesn't explode it. That experiment is actually true. And a lot of weapons you can use to blow it up. And the next experiment is pretty crazy. We're going to need the grappler, and we're going to need my other account to have a jump pad, because it says that if you grapple through a jump pad, you get absolutely insane movement speeds. I assume what it means by through is so that you hit the jump pad when you're like flying by, perhaps. So with a jump pad placed, I assume what I have to do is I have to like grapple from here over to the side like this, and I'll hit the jump pad and go flying. I didn't go anywhere. Okay, what if we try grappling onto the palm tree with a slight jump? This grapple don't be doing much grappling. What about like past it like this? Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Let's try again. Like this. Okay, we like just didn't hit the jump pad. So if we angle ourselves perfectly like this, and then we do it. Yep, nope, nothing happens. It does not give you any movement, so that one is false. How was that not a headshot? What? How were those not headshots? The next experiment says that the flare gun burns through trowel builds, which is going to be pretty interesting to test. But I think the way that it wants me to test this is through other people's trowel builds. So I don't think it'd matter. So if I go like this, and then we shoot the flare gun into it like this, as you can see, it does not do any damage. Wait, hold on. It does. What? And I didn't even, like, break the wall. But that was actually true. It just takes a while to, like, build up damage. Now, this next one is going to require one test round. So if we equip the minigun, supposedly, the warhorn can speed up the charge time of the minigun. So I just hold left click. You can see there's a bit of delay before it starts shooting. However, if I use the warhorn, it supposedly speeds up that time. So let's see. Let's double check again. Okay, and then we warhorn. That is still exactly the same. In fact, editor, show a timer just to show that it is exactly the same. This next experiment says that if you get frozen while falling onto the jump pad on splash, you still get the momentum. And it doesn't like freeze you or something. So I'm just going to freeze myself. So if we get up here and then I walk forwards and freeze myself. Never mind, I just completely missed because I'm garbage. Excuse me, kind sir. I need a reset just to make sure I'm going to equip permafrost too. Okay, we ain't failing it this time. I understand it now. So we go like this. Yep, frozen. Oh, you do get bounces, but you don't get launched to the moon. So this one's like, it's like half true. It's pretty good though, because it might make someone like miss their shot. Wait, you can't parry distortion? Oh, cool. Bonus experiment. You can't parry the distortion weapon. That's good to know. And the final experiment says that the flamethrower right-click can be used to push people off the map on chests. But I assume it'll also work on, like, any map? Let's see. My poor unsuspecting little noob over there. Hello. Here goes. So, if we pull, and then... I can't tell if I knocked him off or if he just flew off himself because of the RPG. So hold on, we're gonna try that again. Okay, here goes. We'll pull him in. And then boop. Yep, that definitely works. In fact, that's actually OP. But you know what? I think after all of these experiments, it's safe to say that I know a little bit more about rivals now, and I don't think I'll be sending any more flare guns into smoke grenades. So if you want to see a game where I've put this knowledge to the test, you can probably watch this video on screen that's probably done before this one to see if I actually learn anything. Who knows? Maybe I've become a goat.